Alright, so it's been a long time since I've talked about the G1 Climax. Kind of been busy with moving. About to move this Tuesday. Finishing up on, because I'm finishing packing. That way I can move in with some loved ones temporarily until my apartment's ready to move in. But other than that, been catching up on. I finished day 15 a few days ago, so figured this is gonna be a video where I'm gonna talk about days 13 to 15 on the G1 Climax. Give the results, my thoughts on each match, and then because I've only been through 15 days, I got 14 left. I got 4 days left on the G1. But I'm gonna get through that. Try to get through those as quick as I can. So without enough rambling on, let's go ahead and get into G1 Climax. So day 13 is where the A block comes back. You start off with a really great opening G1 match. Kota Ibushi defeating Yuji Nagata. Really good MMA style match. I mean, these guys were really kicking the shit out of each other. Where Nagata, they're still going off this whole thing about how it's his last G1 Climax in the year. But he is not put on a fucking shitty performance at all. He's been really good in the G1. And I commend Nagata for that. I mean, way to go. That's a way to go out. Going all out on a G1 Climax, knowing he knows he's not going to win. He's over with the crowd, but it's still kind of fun to root for him to get a win, which he does end up getting a win eventually. But we'll get to that later. Where Ibushi kind of hit that sit out power bomb. Nagata would kick out at 2, and it'll finish him off with a knee strike to pick up the win. Kota Ibushi, it's been great to see him back in New Japan, because he's kind of been MIA. And by MIA, I mean in WWE. And whenever he was in Japan, he was in that Tiger Mask W gimmick. But yeah, it's good to see him back wrestling as himself, though. That's something I appreciate. Bushi ended up saying, fuck WWE, I'm out. So, the next match, we get Bad Luck Fale defeating Tomohiro Ishii. Pretty good match between those two. Ishii, last year, he was the real MVP of the A block for the G1 last year. I mean, this dude did not fucking put on a shitty performance in his matches. Got Okada to stop being lazy and worked a 5-star match. Got a 5-star match out of Okada. And Okada, he can have 5-star matches with anyone. But he was kind of coasting through the G1 last year, but enough about that. This was a power struggle between the two, although Fale obviously being more powerful, so Ishii kind of had to adapt a little bit, because he did have a bit of a quickness advantage, so tried to use his quickness advantage, but at the end, Fale, it was too much. And the way the finish was pretty cool, how Ishii was going for headbutts, and then Ishii tried to do like a brainbuster and all, but Fale got out the way, and then Fale clotheslined him. Then when Fale tried to do the Balak fall, Ishii got out the way, and Ishii went for a headbutt, and then Fale hit him with the Grenader to pick up the win. That was a pretty cool finish. And then you got Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi defeating Yoshihashi. that match, it was pretty good. I thought they could have done better. But it was fine for what it was. It wasn't bad, but I thought it could have been much better. Because I've seen these guys have better matches, much better matches. Because with Chaos in the G1, you expect them to fucking have these awesome matches. This one, it was a little bit disappointing. But it wasn't horrible. Bro, where Goto, he ended up hitting Yoshihashi with the reverse GTR and then the regular GTR to pick up the win. Then from that, we ended up getting Tetsuya Naito defeating Zack Sabre Jr. This was the best match because you had Naito being Naito, kind of being a dick, spitting on Zack Sabre Jr.'s face and all that shit. Zack Sabre Jr. getting his usual technical spots in. It was really good. Naito, he can wrestle. Naito, he's one of those. He's a jack of all trades. He could wrestle strong style. He could give you a technical master. He could really give you a scientifically technical match. That sounded dumb. Fucking Starline, but he can give you a technical wrestling match. He could also brawl. He can do a lot of shit. But you had Naito go back and forth. Sabre working over the arm, doing multiple submissions. Naito was kind of working over the head and neck area of Zack Sabre Jr. We like Naito's running drop kick in the corner that he usually does. Sabre will put him in a bow and arrow. Sabre knows all these submissions. He had Naito in a triangle choke. Then he was able to get it. He's able to transition. And the way he's able to transition to multiple submissions, it's just phenomenal seeing Zack Sabre Jr. being able to transition into as many submissions as he wants. He can put you in the octopus. Naito was able to get to the ropes. But in the end, Naito was able to pick up the win with Destino. Really loved this match. I like to see more matches between Sabre and Naito in the future if we can. Should Zack Sabre Jr. stay in New Japan, where he is with Suzuki-gun. So if we ever see him and Naito wrestle again, hopefully they get more time so they can have a better match. And I think if with enough time and the right booking, these two could have a 5-star match. And then we get to the main event. Hiroshi Tanahashi and Togi Makabe. This should not be a fucking main event. New Japan should never have Togi Makabe in a fucking main event of a G1 ever. Because those matches are just not that good. Yeah, I mean, Makabe was kind of dominating Tanahashi early on. Then Tanahashi would end up targeting the leg of Makabe, working him over. Where it was just Tanahashi using the speed, quickness, and technical prowess to match Makabe's power. Because he's a brawler. It's what you expect from Makabe. And Tanahashi's Tanahashi. You know he's going to give you a good performance. But, final stages were nice because I was pretty fucking hilarious, though. Like how at one point, Makabe clothesline, like Tanahashi ended up doing like a sling blade. Makabe no-sells the fucking sling blade. Then he fucking clotheslines Tanahashi. Tanahashi fucking gets up and no-sells this shit. And then he fucking hits a sling blade. I mean, what the fuck? These niggas fucking no-selling each other's shit, man. Like, it's always funny to see that shit. But, Tanahashi ended up hitting back-to-back high-fly flows to pick up the win. And, Makabe, he's pretty much, he ain't making it to the G1 finals. As he shouldn't. Because if he were to make it, the quality in a G1 finals match, A block, and then like the finals, A block winner versus B block winner, the quality would just fucking drop. It really drop, and you just wouldn't want that. But day 13, it was a bit of a letdown. It was a step down from day 11. Day 11 was great. It was really good day. Day 13, it was good, but it was just on the cusp of great. So I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Okay, so we go from that to the B block. And we start off with Toru Yano defeating Tama Tonga. Absolute garbage, as you would expect. I mean, Yano, I never understand why can't we have somebody other than Yano? Get somebody that can fucking wrestle. I mean, I get fucking Tomoaki Honma was injured and shit. But come on. Yano, you can do better than Yano. You know, it was fucking garbage. Garbage. I'm not even gonna fucking bother talking about it. We'll just move on to Satoshi Kojima defeating Sonata. Really good match from these two. Guys have gotten used to each other. And Sonata's been in New Japan for about a year now. And he's really adapted to New Japan's style of wrestling. Good to see him in New Japan, because TNA fucking heavily botched him. TNA just fucked him up with that great Sonata, great Muto parody bullshit. But it's good to see Sonata in New Japan, where he can be himself, have his own gimmick. Yeah, really good counter. Sonata taking advantage of working over Kojima. We go with Kojima's back. Kojima ended up hitting his comeback offense. The machine gun chop. Really like Kojima's machine gun chops in the corner, followed by that running forearm, and then he points to the crowd, and the crowd sings along with him, and they say whatever the fuck he says. I don't know what the fuck he says. But Sonata, he ended up putting the skull in on Kojima a few times, but Kojima was able to get out, and at the end, Kojima ends up hitting Sonata with the lariat to pick up the 3 count. Really like this match. Kojima finally gets a fucking win about time. I mean, that was kind of... He really didn't deserve the fucking job to Yano. Nobody deserves the job to Yano. I would have been fine if Yano never got any points. But, it just doesn't make any I just don't understand that, but fuck, whatever. Then we get to Unbreakable Michael Elgin defeating Minoru Suzuki. Yeah, I was disappointed in this fucking match. Because I wanted to see a really good match, but then you had all the spam of interference. You had Super Elgin, which, I mean, at least it's not like anywhere near the level of bad that it was, as bad as it was in ROH when ROH was pushing Elgin for that title run, and they gave him that fucking Super Elgin shit, where at first it's like, it's kind of cool, but then it just got stale, and the fans are like, fuck off, turn heel. But Elgin, since he's came to the G1 in 2 years ago, he's really reinvented himself. It was good. Suzuki, It's like he had Desperado with him. It's like, okay, I can handle Desperado interfering. Then Tai Chi was there. It's like, oh, fuck off. Why the fuck did that faggot Tai Chi have to be in there? It's like, fuck. So much interference. Suzuki looked like a bitch. Really don't like that. Really don't appreciate that. That's shit ton of interference. It was fucking ridiculous. They were working over Elgin's arm to take away his power game, which I'm surprised they didn't fucking try to work over his leg. It just got fucking just beyond ridiculous. To where you just have Tai Chi and fucking El Desperado. It's like, god damn it, I can handle one of them out there, but when both of them are out there, it just fucks up the match. Just holds the match back. There could be so much more, but instead, we just get a solid match, which could have been great. Elgin ended up hitting the buckle bomb, followed by the Elgin bomb to pick up the 3 count. It's a solid match. It wasn't the worst match on the card. It was second worst match on the card. It wasn't like a trash match. It was just one of those matches where if you didn't have all that interference and you just let these guys work, it would have been great. So we move on to the co-main event. Juice Robinson defeating Kenny Omega. Damn. Going into this, I was thinking, Juice is going to do the job. Okay, Juice is going to show some fucking heart. He's going to show heart. Put on a great match. Still selling the leg injury. Omega's going to make him look strong. But ultimately, Juice is going to do the job. But, no. Instead, Juice Robinson beats Omega. It was a really good match where he kind of had Omega fucking with Robinson in the beginning, kind of slapping him in the face a little bit. Then he had the advantage. Robinson was kind of taking a fight to him. Omega would work over the leg a little bit. He's focusing more on the head and neck area, but he would kind of go after the leg every now and then. But, fuck. Anyway. He would go after the leg a little bit, and, Robinson, he would hit his babyface comeback and all. But, Omega, he was spamming V-triggers and shit. And he was going for the one-wing angel. And then Juice Robinson counters with the victory roll for a 3 count. It was pretty funny. When you see Juice Robinson sell that fucking look of shock like, holy shit, I won! Dude, this shit was fucking hilarious. And Omega's like, oh, you gotta be... What the fuck? Did I just lose to this motherfucker? Fuck this shit! And Omega's like... And then Juice is just like... I just busted laughing at that shit. That shit was just fucking hilarious, man. But, I was just great to see Juice get a win here. Shout out to Omega. But they still protected Omega in the finish where Juice just got him by surprise. And, yeah, I was expecting Omega to win, but, I expected Omega to win because I didn't think he was going to lose any more matches, but they just gave this one to Juice. And I ain't even mad. I'm cool with it. You know, Juice has been putting in work, so why not let him have a win? So, we go from that match to the main event. Evil defeating Kazuchika Okada. Nice. This is a great match. Evil and Okada Evil was kind of fucking with Okada a little bit, where I think he kind of pushed him down or something. He was shoving down the Okada's elbow tie up and shit. And Evil, he's just kind of like, come on, motherfucker, come on. He's just taunting Okada. Okada kind of gives him a receipt. He's like, come on. And then they kind of brawl out of the ring as usual. Evil doing his typical shit, you know, wrapping the chair around Okada's neck, taking another chair, smashing it. Like, he was doing his usual shit. Okada was Okada. Like, this was a great match. Okada hitting Red Ink. Okada would hit Heavy Rain. Evil hitting his usual shit. Discus clotheslines. It's both guys getting their shit in. It was a really great match. And the counters at the end were fucking amazing. Especially that last one, when Okada goes for the Rainmaker and Evil just blocks. Not only block, he just counters straight into the fucking STO for the 3 count. That was really great. And Evil cuts a promo saying, yeah, I beat Okada. Saying his usual shit of, this is evil, everything's evil. So that sets up a future title shot for Evil somewhere down the line. Probably the Destruction shows when they start in September. So, looking forward to those Destruction shows. Because one of the Destruction shows should be where Okada ends up defending the heavyweight title against Evil there. But then again, they might do some dumb shit like they did last year with Fale beating Okada, and then they had a match at Destruction, but for whatever reason, it wasn't for the title. Didn't make any fucking sense at all. So, let's see what happens. Let's see where they go from that. So overall, I'm going to give this show an 8 out of 10. Because Kojima Sonata was really good. Robinson Omega was good. Was really good as well. And then Evil and Okada was great. So those 3 matches kind of take it to an 8. I'll give those an 8 out of 10 because of those matches. Skip Yano and Tama Tonga. You won't really miss much with Elgin. Skipping Elgin to Suzuki. So the B block standings as of right now, from what I'm watching, from what I've watched, Okada's in the lead with 12 points. You got Kenny Omega and Evil tied at 10 points. Suzuki and Sonata tied with 8 points. Elgin and Yano tied with 6 points. Juice Robinson and Tama Tonga tied with 2 points. And then Kojima's dead last with 2 points. Steiner line. Robinson and Tama Tonga are tied with 4 points. Kojima's dead last at 2. So, on to day 15. We start off, Yuji Nagata defeated Zack Sabre Jr. Great to see Nagata finally get a win. Really good technical wrestling match between these two. Just applying multiple rest holds. Nagata working over Sabre's arm. Like, they were working over each other's arms. Just great to see these two guys wrestle. And let's see. Day 17. Let's see. A Block's gonna get off, and then day 16 we're gonna have Day 16 is gonna be where the main event is gonna be Okada and Suzuki for that one. Although we know Okada's gonna win, go on to the G1 B Block finals to face Omega for day 18. Tanahashi's gonna face Naito. But good to see. But anyway, good to see this match. Sabre Zack Sabre Jr. doing his usual thing. Just applying multiple submissions. Yeah, Nagata being able to apply the armbar. He ultimately ended up hitting his back suplex to pick up the win. Really good to get things started. Then he had Kota Ibushi defeating Yoshihashi. I thought this was a really good match. Yoshihashi got most of the offense in, working over the neck of Kota Ibushi. She crawled behind Ibushi. Ibushi fired up, hitting his usual offense. Really liked the Yoshihashi's headhunter neck breaker, a rolling neck breaker. His slingshot drop kick where he sets his opponent on the ropes. He fucking comes off the rope, then he runs up the ropes and comes off drop kicking his opponent right in the head and neck area, right in like the cervical area. Yeah, really like Ibushi's pop up power bomb, sit up power bomb. His kick to the head, his inner crescent kick, followed by a standing moonsault. So both guys were in top form. Really good match. And then Ibushi ends up hitting that knockout knee to pick up the win. Next, you get Bad Luck Fale defeating Haruki Goto. It was an okay match. I mean, Fale, he was working over Goto's leg for a good portion of the match. Goto ended up fighting back, but ultimately Fale ended up hitting the fucking Grenader for the 3 count. Because I know Goto tried to hit the GTR multiple times when Goto tried to hit the GTR, but Fale countered one where Fale countered into the Grenader to pick up the win. Okay match. Worst match on the card, but it wasn't trash. It was okay. Then we get to Tetsuya Naito and Togi Makabe. Pretty good match. Naito kind of working over Makabe. Right in the head and neck area. Head and neck area. And Makabe would hit his usual offense. Vince starts no selling. And his comeback. Does the 10 punches in the corner, followed by the Northern Lights suplex. He did those spots nice, liked his clotheslines. His first clothesline where Naito was able to duck the right arm, but the short left arm clothesline. And then Makabe hitting his right arm clothesline, which he would try to set up for the King Kong knee drop, which Naito would end up moving out the way. Naito's slingshot drop kick was good, as was his tornado DDT, Enziguri, etc. And Naito ended up hitting Destino to pick up the win. Pretty good match. So, pretty good match. Naito, he's the fucking man. And, you know, the crowd's over with him most of the time, except for, I believe, Osaka, which he just gets booed no matter what. Then, the main event, you get Hiroshi Tanahashi and Tomohiro Ishii. Great match. Guys feeling each other out. Ishii kind of brawling with his brawling style. Tanahashi, a more finessed, technical style. And these guys were going at it. Tanahashi would be working over the leg of Ishii. There were some points of the match where Ishii would go after Tanahashi's leg. And Tanahashi trying to take away Ishii's power game. so he could make it harder for him to hit the brainbuster. So then you have 1 point, Tanahashi ended up hitting a high fly flow on Ishii on the outside, I think. Actually, no, he didn't. Oh, this was the match where these guys were no-selling each other as well. Oh, this was funnier than Tanahashi and Makabe, because wait, this was the match where these guys were fucking no-selling each other's shit, though. It was really funny at one point where Ishii clotheslined the fuck out of Tanahashi. Tanahashi no-sells, hits a sling blade, and Ishii would no-sell. This shit was just pure comedy, bro. I mean, these guys were trying to be. It was badass, but it was funny at the same time. At the same time, so really good to see these guys put on a great match. Wasn't a 5-star match, but if they had a little bit more time, I think it would have been a 5-star match. But great match nonetheless. Where when Tanahashi hit that sling bait after no-selling that clothesline, he would follow with back-to-back high fly flows, and he picked up the win. So, and Tanahashi cut a usual promo, thanking the people for coming and all that. So overall, I'm going to give this show an 8 out of 10. A Block bounced back from day 13, which it was a bit weak compared to day 11. 15 was better, although not quite as good as 11. So I give day 15 an 8 out of 10. It was really good show. So overall, I would have to give this. So actually, let me give the standings though. As of now, in the A block, Naito and Tanahashi are tied with 12 points. Kota Ibushi and Bad Luck Fale are tied with 10 points. Tomohiro Ishii, Zack Sabre Jr., and Haruki Goto are tied with 8 points. Togi Makabe is sitting at 6 points. Yoshihashi at 4. And Yuji Nagata at 2. So between these 3 days, I would give this show a 7.5 out of 10. Good overall. New Japan just put on good wrestling. The wrestling has been nothing but good. Has been a day where it's like, okay, this was just straight up bullshit. I've really enjoyed these 3 days of the G1 Climax. Just need to G1 Climax. So I just got